Hello everyone, so welcome back to our second session of our learning today, right? Okay, so for the second session, we are going to study our book Grammar Planet 2. So as you know already, today is Friday, July 31st, 2020. So today teacher want you to review some grammar in our book Grammar Planet 2 that we talk about present continuous. So everyone, do you still remember our grammar that present continuous tense? I hope that you still remember that one, right? Okay, so now let's review again with teacher all together. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Okay, so as you know already, present continuous tense. We have two kinds of using. So one is we talk about action which are happenings at or around the moment of the speaking, and the second one we talk about temporary situation, right? Okay, so now let me explain you one by one regarding with our using that we have two for today. Okay, so now let's move to the first one. Okay, so the first one we talk about action which are happenings at or around the moment of speaking. So example, now I'm doing the washing up. So this one is we talk about the action that you doing, right? It's like the action that happening while you are speaking, right? So that we say it now I'm doing the washing is like you still washing, right? Okay, so now we talk about the action that happening, and move to another one is she is working very hard nowadays. So it's like every day she always try her best to work hard, right? So that one is we talk about the action that happening also, right? Okay, so now let's move to the second one. Then we talk about temporary situation. So temporary situation, so let me give you an example. I'm staying with my friend at the moment, right? It's like you talk about the one that you do it, right? It's happening that at the moment you still stay with your friend, right? But right now you stay at home. So now let's move to the next one. Okay. So here is we talk about time expression of present continuous tense that we have. Number one, we have now. Number two, we have at the moment. Number three, we have today or nowadays. And number four, we have this week. So of that one, we call it time expression. So present continuous tense, you need to know a lot of time expression that is happening, right? Okay, that relates with our example at the moment that you know it already. So now let's move to the next one. Okay, so present continuous tense, we have three forms of using. One is positive form, two is negative form, and three is question form. So now let me explain you one by one regarding with our form for today that we have three forms of using that related with present continuous. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so this one is regarding with our present continuous tense also that before we use the form to make the sentence, you need to use subject that we have I, you, we, they, he, she, it, right? And as you know already, the form of present continuous, we need to use with verb to be also. So verb to be, we have am, is, or are, right? And this one teacher have two way of writing. One is full form and one is short form. So as you know already, I is a subject. So when you use with verb to be, you need to use with am. You, we, they, you need to use with are. He, she, it, you need to use with is. Because he, she, it, we call it third person singular, right? Okay, so this one you can write in two ways. I am or I apostrophe am. Okay, you are or you are. Y or you apostrophe or e. So you can use two way of writing. So all of that one is correct. So now let's move to the next one. Okay, so this one is talk about the form that we have positive form, negative form, and question form. So question form, this one we talk about yes or no question, right? Okay, so now let me explain you one by one. So now let's go to the first one that we talk about positive form. So positive form, we have subject plus verb to be plus verb ing plus object, right? Okay, so example, I am working right now. So I is a subject, am is the verb to be, and verb we need to add ing. That's why this one we need to put it working, right? Right now. Right now is the time, it's present, right? Okay, so now let's go to the next one. She is playing tennis. So play, when we use in present continuous, we need to change that one to ing. So playing, right? Okay, and the next example is they are eating pizza, right? Okay, what they doing? So they are eating pizza. So when you use positive form, you need to put subject first. After that is verb to be, and the next one is verb ing. Okay, so now you got it, right? So now let's move to negative form. Negative form, we have subject plus verb to be plus not plus verb ing and plus object. So we have example also. So now let's look at the example together. I am not going to school. He is not working at the hospital. We are not going to the park. Okay, so you need to remember that negative form, we need to put subject first, after that verb to be, and don't forget to plus not, right? And all the word, if that one we use in positive or negative, we need to change that one to ing, right? Okay, we need to add that one ing more, and after that is the object. So now let's move to question form. So question form, this one is related with yes or no question that you need to put verb to be in front. After that subject, after that verb ing, plus object and question mark. So when you make the sentence of question, don't forget the important one is question mark, right? Okay, so now let's look at the example. Are they going to comport program? So we have to answer is yes or no. So if you say yes, you need to complete the form back like yes, they are, right? Or no, they are not. Okay, so now let's move to the second example. Is she playing tennis? So the answer we have to again, yes she is or no she is not, right? So I hope that you remember our form for today, that we have three forms of using positive form, negative form and question form. So now let's move to the next one. Okay, so this one is the way that you can use that one to write in the paragraph of the negative form. Okay, so the first one is we call it full form, and the second one we call it short form. So you can use two of that one to make the sentence in negative form. So all of that one is correct. Okay, so you can write full form or short form, is up to you. So now let's move to the next one. Okay, so this one is the important that you need to know, that some word that you need to erase letter, some word that you need to double consonant, and some word that you need to add ing. Okay, so now let's move to the first one. The first one we talk about one syllable, adding one vowel and one consonant. So the first one we saw the word that get, right? Okay, get, G-E-T. So as you know already, get this one, we have one vowel and one consonant. So our vowel, how many vowel that we have? Great. So we have 5 vowel, right? So we have A, E, I, O, U. So if you saw A, E, I, O, U in the word that adding one vowel and one consonant, you need to double consonant and ing. Okay, so look like get. Get this one, we have one vowel, one consonant. So E is the vowel and T is a consonant. So we need to add, we need to double consonant and we need to add ing. Okay, so you can see into our this one that we have get, sit, skip, and swim. So now let's move to another one that we have lie and die. So if you saw the verb that adding ie, you need to change that one to letter y and ing, right? Okay, so now let's move to another one that we have drawer, regret. Okay, so drawer, regret, this one. You see the word drawer, right? So drawer, this one we have one vowel and one consonant again. That's why we need to add double consonant and ing, right? So drawer, we need to change it to drawling, right? Okay, so now let's move to another one. Is the verb adding with e. So if you see the words that adding in E, you need to erase E to, and after that you need to put ing. Example, take, you need to change that one to taking. Make, you need to change that one to making. Shake, you need to change that one to shaking. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. That is mean like all of the words. It mean like the word that you don't need to change or you don't need to erase. You just put straight only ing. Example, do, we need to change it to doing. Say, we need to change it to saying. Play, playing. Go, going. Eat, eating. Kiss, kissing. Okay, so I hope that you understand our present continuous today. And so right now, let's move to the next one. Okay, so the next one we talk about practice. So teacher today have some practice for you also related with our present continuous tense. So now let's move to our practice. How many practice that we have for today? Okay, so here is our practice. So the first one we have circle the correct verb to be. The second one, write the ing form of the verb. Number 3, fill in the blanks with verb to be. Okay, so now let's move to the first one that we need to circle the correct verb to be. Okay, so here is our exercise that you need to practice. So number 1 until number 5, you need to read the sentence and you need to circle the correct verb to be in the sentence. And you need to write down this one into your notebook. After that, you can change it to teacher by personal telegram. And so now let's move to the second practice. That we focus on write the ing form of the verb to be. That we have the verb from number 1 until number 5. So you need to change that verb to present continuous that we need to use with ing form, right? Okay, so teacher hope that you can do it. And now let's move to number 3. That we talk about fill in the blank with the verb to be. So you need to read the sentence and you need to use verb to be to complete into the sentence. Example number 1, cat. So you know already cat is the person, it refers to he or she, right? Okay, so if refer to she or he, you need to use with verb to be is, right? Cat is cooking a turkey for dinner. So teacher hope that you can do it from number 2 until number 4. So here is our exercise for today that we practice our grammar, that we talk about present continuous, that we have 3 exercise for today. And I hope that you finish it and take a photo, send it to teacher by personal telegram. Okay, so now it's time you again on Monday. And I hope that you understand our lesson today that we talk about present continuous. And one more thing, that on Monday we have a quiz 3, so don't forget to read a book and review your grammar or listening starter at home. Okay, so now it's time. Goodbye everyone. See you on Monday.